These walls can talk. Open your mind and listen.
Trailing down these hollow halls, can you hear me? Trailing down these, tearing down these storied walls, can you see down these storied
How you doing today? You know what? It's a great weekend otherwise. A little hot here and there. You know, we spent it up in the trailer. How you doing today? You know what? Great weekend otherwise. A little hot here and there. I'm off. We spent it up in the trailer. How you doing today? You know what? Great weekend. So, you know what? Tonight's going to be another hot here and there. I'm off. We spent it up in the sort of show where we going up and up. Still trying to have it be a part of I'm on Wednesday. No CHAPS. Sort of show where we going up and up. Still trying to have it be a part of I'm on Wednesday. No CHAPS. Sort of show where we going up and up. Still trying to have it be a part of I'm on Wednesday. No CHAPS. Sort of show where still playing over my voice. Still trying to have it be a part of Music's still playing over my voice. Music's still playing over my voice. So hold on. How's that now? Jeff, can you hear me now? And it's not the desktop audio? I'll have to work on that. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. So let's restart that all over again. Okay, so that's good. All right. So I'm not even going to bother hooking this microphone up because I realized what do I got to do here? This is what makes this show real. Okay, so tell me how your guys' weekend was. I'm going to look on top of here with my crappy eyes. Let's see. Now, let's see. Is that still me? Okay. Great. All right. I think we're good now. Sorry for the technical difficulties, people. That's just what happens when you have live TV. It's like the news here. It's pretty incredible. What am I doing in the background? Okay, so I got a bit of a lag happening. All right. So, one of the things I wanted to bring up now that we're done all that schmoozle. So we're gonna have a bit of an everything night tonight. I had brought up a couple weeks ago the issue behind getting a hold of a team and what to expect from that team and what that team should expect from you. And I kind of foreshadowed that by a lot of emails that I have been getting with direction. So I want to explain to people out there that there's none of us that do this for a living. None of us get paid for this, right? We don't make money. Okay, hold on. Teams that have any value whatsoever are not making money out of this. If teams are out there charging for them coming in and getting rid of spirits out of your house, well, then you shouldn't have them there because nobody can get rid of spirits because we don't actually know what a spirit is. Okay, I'm not trying to douse anybody who is a spiritual advisor. You guys are learning and helping, but we're all just human, right? So to charge for such a thing is kind of immoral. No asking for donations. Yeah, asking for donations shouldn't happen either. It shouldn't be an option. Look, if you get home from an investigation and somebody tossed an envelope with 20 bucks in it to help you out with your gas, you can't do a lot about that, right? But the canvassing, the solicitation is disgusting. I immediately always cut myself off of any team that does that. I'm pretty particular about who I send work to, gotta be honest with you on that one. You know, there's some teams that actually I've sent work to 2 or 3 times and they haven't done anything with it, so I just don't. You know, and it's not that they're bad, it's just obviously their interests don't lie in that, and then there are teams that actually want to have opportunities, which is great. So the other thing I want to state there to these people though is that the way you ask, you know, I mean, you get more with honey than you do with vinegar. This week I've had, honestly, this gentleman messaged me from British Columbia before stating, I live here and here, call me now. I said I need an investigation now. Holy shit, man. Like, and unfortunately, so here's some expectation stuff, and I don't want to go off the deep end with this stuff, but none of us do this for a living. We all have jobs, and we all have weekends and families, right? So, first off, you get an investigation last week, the odds that you're going to get all of your evidence and a video in 1 week is nil. It's zero. Because we have things we have to do. And the evidence process should take more than a week. Okay? 2, if you get a hold of me and say, get a hold of me now, I'm not going to call you on principle because I don't take direction. You're not going to pay me. I don't want your money. But you're expecting me now to, at your beck and call, drive halfway across the province or find help for you. We have to have a conversation. Third point, we all need to state, again, this is for anybody who's watching that may want an investigation over this. You need to call me now. No. No. No, I'm not calling you. I'm not calling you. See, this phone right here, I'm not calling you. Because what's going to happen in 2 weeks when A, you don't get the answer that you want, or you are scared again at 2 o'clock in the morning, is you're going to think that I'm your therapist and you're going to call me. I only state this, folks, because it's happened on several occasions in the past. There are people that we've investigated that it's okay, now we become Facebook friends, now we can talk, now you can just message me directly and say, hey Dave, I've got a bit of an issue continuing on. However, at first on site, no. I am going to email you or direct message you, and we are going to have a discussion that way so that I can vet the investigation. That's as simple as it is. It's just that. I mean, there's no fighting that, right? I'm not going to call you because, oh, what did I do? I don't want to have you calling me if you're mentally unstable or if you just need the attention. It's a horrible thing to state, but believe it or not, I've probably got 10 active cases that I'm advising right now. That's not a lot right now. But say, let's pretend all those 10 people want to call me. And I'm going to use my minutes to call them, and then they're going to call me every time they feel freaked out. And now I'm getting 30 phone calls a week. Guys, I have a business to run. So, no, we're not going to have that. And I get some people that get really, really pissed off. If you've seen my Facebook page, you've seen that there's been people that have messaged that said, why can't I call you? Or why can't you call me? Well, that's why. Because it's not our protocol. And if you want that protocol, you can find a team that makes you want to call you. You're going to find most teams you've got to submit a form online. Ours was recently fixed. It was kind of down for a little while. But I get 20 requests a week for an investigation for anywhere across the country. Of those 20, I have to vet the fact that some of them, when I go and check their Facebook, and I will check their Facebook page, is all covered in, that's right. You're exactly right, Jeff. It did happen. And I also had a message a few weeks back because I couldn't get to an investigation about how much of a fucking asshole I was, that we couldn't do it. And that's our responsibility as, investigators to help those in need. And yeah, there is, but when we're capable of doing it. And this person was in Sudbury. So, look, yeah, you're right. I could drop everything, drive 5 hours. I'll take a couple days off of work, and I'll pay for my hotel to come up to Sudbury, where you have a basement, one-bedroom apartment. You're completely into all the stuff that one would expect. You fit the case because you heard something fall off your fridge. So believe it or not, as investigators, we go through this, right? And people like to hack and make fun of what we do, but we're helping people. It's just, before going further into tonight's details about what is coming up, I wanted to kind of mention that we all have jobs, and we all do our gig, right? Like, I manage a construction supply house. I have 7 kids, a couple grandkids. You know what? My team of 12 right now is kind of suffering. We've got some sickness and illness out there, me being one of them. So am I jumping out of my tree to go help when you're commanding me to do it? No, 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 no. That's not happening. But when you are a decent client of mine, then I will go out of my way to assist you. And that's that. So it's all about research, and it's all about learning together and helping each other. But also what you need to do is, if you're out there looking for somebody to come cleanse the house of spirits, well, you may be looking at the wrong place. Um, I We're researchers. So if you already know that your house is haunted, I'm not the guy to call. If you want to maybe, hey, you want to come in and give me an opinion about what it is that you think is going on here, I'm the person to call. If you want an actual honest answer, I'm the person to call. Also, the other reason why right off the bat you won't get my phone number, because I had people in the past threaten to sue me, all kinds of stuff. Because like we make videos, right? That's our payment. We make videos, and all of a sudden when you disagree with what I have to say, well, now you don't want that video on there anymore. It's too bad. But that's where we're at, right? So anyway, going on to the next thing here, and I'm going to be all over it tonight again. I'm going to show you my official script sheet. Look at that. So I was writing that at the trailer this weekend. I got to remind you, I have absolutely horrible writing. I'm on a keyboard all day long, and guess what? My writing sucks. So you guys get to suffer because of that. So somebody had posed a question. Actually, it was more of a fascinating thing. Somebody had asked if we had ever done investigations during the day. And I said, yeah. And he had mentioned to me he thought maybe that I thought he was taking the piss out of us. That's kind of a Brit slang for making fun of us. No, not at all. Most of the investigations we do are at night, and when I teach 101 courses, I get challenged at least once with that question. Why do you always do it at night? It's because it's cool, and that's when the demons are out? No. Though it would be really cool if the demons would come out, frankly, because I've never seen one or anything of any nature like that. But here's the royal reason why. Investigations during the daytime are just as valid as investigations during the night. We've investigated Ashmore Estates a few times. And this was an old pork farm. So the activity that would have been happening was during the day. And guess what? All the evidence that we got was during the day. During the night, it was dead. Literally dead. So, yes. However, now, why do we do it at night? I just remember being at the library doing a one-on-one there, and a guy just lambasted me. It was about a 5-minute long spiel in front of everybody as to why. Okay, so here's your answers, guys. Why do we do it at night? 1, well, most of us have full-time jobs, so we work during the daytime. It's just not convenient to investigate and take time off work. 2, let's have a look here. Your eyes are your worst sense. Okay, they are the things that fool you. And at night, your eyes are when they're at their least, right? 3, we work with tools that are negative imagery, night vision, this and that. I know it doesn't matter, but if you see a shadow or something on toward that's different than what you're seeing, well, at nighttime it would show up. The contrast is better. 4 or 5. I'm going to say 5. I can't look back at the tape. Traffic and mitigating noises outside are quieter at night. Okay? It's cooler at night, so you're not so damn hot. It's also cooler at night. Like, I got to be honest with you, I've investigated a prison during the day and a prison during the night. And guess what? I enjoyed it at night better. Okay? It's as simple as that. That's really where it comes right down at the very end. Like, we're doing this for free or paying for it. And hey, Tyler, and to be frank, I enjoy it more at night. That's why. So there's practical reasons and there's not practical reasons why we investigate at night. It's got nothing to do with the fact that the ghosts only come out at night. I remember, however, speaking to a gentleman from a Peterborough-based team about where the ghosts come out at night. I remember we toured a graveyard, and yeah, the ambient noises are less. The graveyard, we had to go to the back of the graveyard. He had a team of people, 50 people there coming to watch him. They all paid him $20 that night to talk, which made me vomit. I was told to go see him. He explained to them, you have to go to the back of the graveyard because that's where the light rods are. That's where the shadow people and the light rods are. I have no idea what the flaming frig he was talking about. And then we actually had, the discussion about, charging people money and how much should we charge. So I lambasted him in front of his 50 people. He didn't like that at all, and walked away. Got to be honest with you, outright like charging again. If you're charging money for any service, be that advertising up front for a medium, advertising up front for a cleansing, this is wrong. You have no proof, and this is what that idiot did. I'm just digressing from the nighttime discussion, but that's done, right? That's why we investigate at night. And that was a question that was posed to me the other day. What else do I want to mention? Upcoming investigations. So I got some Ajax investigation coming up. I've got one in. Oh, it's here. I'm going to see if I screwed this up. Let's go to here. That's me in the corner. Hi. Isn't that a lyric in a song? That's me in the corner. Yeah, I don't sound like R.E.M. Okay, so let's have a look here. Wildwood. Hey, my face went away. Let's see if I can move that. No, I can't. So here's a place that we're investigating. We're investigating that coming up in August. Looks interesting. It's the sister house to Hinsdale. It's a respectably priced place, which is nice because in the States things get so damn expensive. We've got a local investigation coming up in the Jacks. We've got Prince Edward Heights coming up, which so I'm going to bring out RRLC with me. And I've actually got two guys from the Hobbyists TV series, which if you take a look at the YouTube link for this, you'll see the link to the video I filmed with them. These guys are fantastic. Oh my God. Their whole crew, Carla and Ben and everybody that filmed it. But Taylor and Carter, the two guys that actually did the show, are hilarious. They're supportive of us. We're supportive of them. Hopefully when they get big, I can get big too. Told them that they're going to do ghost porn or something. They have to get a hold of me. I just want to be a stand-in, looking impressive. They're amazing, honestly. You should watch the video and actually to their station. Is that what they call it on YouTube? A station, a channel. So, let's see, what else have I dealt with this week? Oh yes, absolutely. I had some visitors. Now, did that picture work? I don't think it did. I don't think it did. Damn it, that's too bad. You'll have to go to our fan page to see the guys from Dharma and Paradigm Zero from Peru. They came up and took the GO train out to visit me. But we had like 3 hours together. It was it. We talked so much we didn't actually investigate. We were going to investigate my place, right? Like, just kind of run through a methodology, and we just talked so damn much we didn't have time for it. It was just fantastic. They were great guys, funny as hell, great personalities. Look them up. Francisco, Matt, Emilio, really great guys. I love them. They were fantastic. I butchered a name there. I know I did, but that's only because it's not in front of me and I'm dumb. You know what? That was awesome. And you know what? They're like, you got to come down to Peru, to which case I would. I said I wouldn't be able to handle the flight right now, but soon enough I will. So that was great, right? So got lots of stuff coming up. I will also say that I'm going to be speaking at the Eastern Ontario Paracon being held in Bell's Corners at the Legion. John Moore from Ottawa Paranormal is putting it on. So I'm going to go yap. I'm going to present a case. Normally, what I do in talks, I generally do it on a topic. But, he said that him and Johnny Buffum were going to do a case presentation. And I thought, all right, I'll do it. I've never done it, and I guess maybe it'll make me sound less preachy, because that's the way I've been told that I come across, is a little preachy. Okay, sorry. Covered that topic now. Covered that topic. So also to let people know that, yeah, if you've seen a little less of us online, we're kind of pulling back a little bit, at least when it comes to residential investigations, just and actually some commercial work too, because um, our team is kind of semi on the DL right now. There's a few of us. Hey, there's a few of us that aren't doing so well physically. Um, I'm doing better. I had every doctor's appointment known to mankind in the last 60 days. So go to the doctors, get checked out, because if you don't, you're going to get screwed up, especially if you're a guy. And only because guys are stupid, we don't go to doctors. Turns out I had a rather ignored case of chronic gastritis, which basically burned everything all the way down and out, right? When is that? October 20th for Paraclone. So I had a really, really rough couple of months. I was internally hemorrhaging, all kinds of stuff. Holy hell, it was bad. Hematologist appointments, iron shots. My iron had gone down to a 3 out of 60. My hemoglobin was down to a 55 out of 200. It was not good, man. It was terrible. Yeah, yeah, I had both surgeries, and I'm still kind of in the midst. I've got a CT scan on Monday to rule out something else. So man, just watch it, because now like my diet is a third. I've lost 30 pounds, but my diet is a third of what it used to be. Got to admit, my first couple months at the trailer, I hated it because I wasn't in my bed. So go to the doctors. But that's one of the reasons why we're kind of staving off. Like we've got 2 heart attacks on our team. One fairly recent, one a couple years ago, but a senior. We've got somebody fighting cancer right now. We've got me with like my stomach down, basically has gone to hell for a while. Somebody dealing with acute COPD. So we have 12 members, and 5 of them, including myself, are fighting issues. So when we have like an email that says you need to get here right now, you're probably going to get that email deleted. So anyway, this is also why I was saying I was looking for members for both up and down teams, right? But members have got to understand that I need your devotion and your dedication. I can't have members that are just flopsy-topsy, show up when you feel like it, don't come to meetings. Oh, geez, that one doesn't look interesting. I can't have that. I can't have that. I also can't have somebody that just shows up in an investigation and feels everything. I'm going to get on that topic in a minute, okay? Because I'm sure a lot of people think I'm anti-spiritual. Yes. So I right now will only refer to generally, have we been looking for when you guys retire? Sorry, Jeff. I'm only 47 years old. I've got a few years left. But yeah, no. We're with you on there. Sandy has the rights to CHAPS if I die. But no, like we've got fairly young members on the team still. I don't know. We are looking for younger members. Well, see, I have a hard time. Like if it's a member that's like 19 or 20 years old, I got to be honest, they generally never work out. Members that are in their late 50s and 60s also never work out because they don't want to take, there's a certain level of direction. It's kind of like, hey, we got to be, like next Thursday, I got to know if you're going to be able to do this. And it's like, well, I'm retired. I don't need to put up with this shit. That's really where it comes down to. We have that. I've probably had 70 members come through our doors that show up for half an investigation and disappear. As far as teams go right now, and this is not rude to anybody out there, there's about 3 teams I will refer to work to now. Okay? Sometimes it's a matter of referred work in the past, but nothing ever panned out. They don't have time, or they have enough of their own damn work. Like right now, the boys from Capture, these are guys that I trained or we worked with, right? So I know that they're great. They've got enough of their own shit on the go right now, not to worry about everything that I'm saying and doing. So there are teams out there that are very good that I know need opportunity. Okay, so I know right now, like Johnny Buffum in Bytown, I trust John. Okay, John's been out to my gigs. We have talked back and forth for years and years and years and years, and had good fights, by the way, too. He's honest. He'll say when he disagrees with me. I respect that. So I'll send work out to him. I got a chance to work with Ron at RRLC. He's got a little family unit. I wouldn't exactly call them a huge commercial team, but I like the gig, and he's always been, he has a very open dialogue with me, and I trust him. Wes Coleman and I from CHAPS have got a very good relationship. I've got to see like if he's time or not, because CHAPS is 4 guys and they both have varying schedules, so it's kind of up and down whether they can do it or not. So I do need another team that way. I need another team this way. So I need another team west. I need another team east that I can refer work to, but I need some of my own guys, right? But it is what it is. If I know that you're charging money for stuff, I'm not sending anything to you. If I know that you're prescribing to a specific methodology of religion, I won't send anything to you. Okay. I'll give, for example, I'll take John at Ottawa Paranormal, who I respect for this. John is a studied demonologist. He's also got a Catholic priest on his gig, Plato Angelakis. So he's got a couple different things, and I know that he also deals with some shamanic training as well. So he's got a couple things covered. I find that out there now, it's like, we're going to come to your house and smudge it. But if the people in the house don't prescribe to smudging or to native religion, it's kind of like me coming to a Jewish funeral as a Catholic priest, right, and giving blessings. First off, I don't think any of us know in the world really what religion is exactly correct. There's no proof to anything. So, if I have a client and that client is Catholic and they're having problems with it, I will go give a diagnostic of their home, give them my opinion, and then I will help them contact somebody of their faith. How's that? Okay, so that's about the pulling back thing, the 3 teams thing. Now I want to talk about my projects. Boy, I got some good. Oh yeah, my Connect update. I've got nothing video-wise for you guys on this. Just trying to tell you, I still in a year and a bit have not found anything on Connect. I have never seen a video of Connect working. Never, ever have I ever seen anybody produce Connect evidence. You can argue with me up and down. That's just going to be my opinion as far as it goes. I still like it. I still think it's a cool tool. And the idea is that, 1 out of 100 investigations should be legit. Like there's something there, I guess. And if the Connect is doing its job, it's not coming to me with results. And I think what I'm, again, more working with Connect is, how can I use this to blow out the mitigating false negative, false positives? That's my point right now. It's not can I prove it works, but how to foolproof it. So we're having some pretty good results when it comes to that. And, Ron from RRLC designed it, made it, and it's working. It isn't capped out on me. It would run smooth, and it's doing what it's supposed to, and I appreciate that. So he's got my trust when it comes to device being built. So that's my update as far as that goes. So I got some other projects on the up and coming, right? Some of these projects you're probably not going to think is going to be something I would do, and I want you to understand, I'm not down on mediums. I'm skeptical of mediums. Most mediums that I have met are full of shit. This is just the truth. I have a hard time with people that come on investigations and all they do is, they come on an investigation and they feel stuff. That's it. I feel stuff too. You know what I mean? But I have to write some of that off. As I said, I only have one. What's the one question, Ron? Is it something I haven't answered? Or you're saying that as sort of a rhetorical, mystical thing? Okay. So you guys know I have a couple projects on the go right now outside of commercial investigation and investigating homes. One of which is my urban legends project, which is just where I wanted to get direct stories. The only one that really ever contacted me was Jeff Nunn. But yet I want first person stuff. Ontario is really not rife with a lot of urban legends, and most of them are completely disprovable. Ghost Road, Buck Hill, kind of all the same story. I am going to, in the fall, I'm giving myself the fall because I can tell you that I gave up on martial arts teaching for the year. And a lot of extra stuff because I gotta make myself well, guys, and I gotta focus on my business as well. So I've got the projects. These are all coming up, and I've got to design how it is I want to have it happen. I'm going to go to these places. I just want to observe what happens at this stage of the game a couple times, and see if there's anything to it. I think some of them I did when I was a teenager, and I thought I saw stuff, but when I was a teenager, I was probably drunk or high, so it really didn't do anything. So we're going to do the Urban Legends project, but I got to be honest with you, that's kind of, the ESP and parapsychology project, extrasensory perception. This is now we're getting closer to mediums, right? Art Bell did a bunch of this stuff in the 60s, with the CIA. The kind of, look, I'm looking at this, you're looking at this, remote visualization, psychometry, like this pencil was owned by Napoleon. What feelings do I get off of that? I am not anti-psychic. I want it to be tested. I want to sit back and say, we did this test 10 times, and 10 times out of 10 times it was completely nullified. I had different topics. Let's just say, it's not even a pseudoscience, I don't even know what you call it, a non-science, a spiritual science, and try to put like a pseudoscientific spin on it. Just as a research thing, because I think even if you don't believe in it, you got to research it. You got to try it. This is why, like when I said, I wasn't sure about Connect, or I'm not sure about a certain team, I will go meet that team. I'll talk to that team. I'll work with that team, and then I'll come out of it and go, they're idiots. So the parapsychology. Now, we all know that I'm also working with an analog project, cassette drive, audio, and TV. Again, I haven't even started that yet because I'm trying to design the structure of how I want to do it. I'm going to add tone generation to that. Okay? So I have a tone generator working. I'm kind of working as to how many things can I work in. I also have a white noise generator. How can I work that in, right? So we're kind of going old school with that. You'll see a little bit of that theme in my work as of late. Keeping the integrity with things and what works, but also the things that used to work and why did people get involved with what we do, right? I'm fucking sick of apps and machines that are built for what we do. I don't say I'm sick of them, they're entertaining, but they've got to be tested. Now, why is it and when is it what we did in the past? Okay? So then we start getting into fortune telling. Here's what some of the things people don't realize about me. I grew up in the spiritualist church. When I was a teenager, I taught spiritual studies. I spent my whole life with mediums and fortune tellers. So, I'm not down on it, I'm just highly skeptical of it. Okay? I've done medium work on investigations in the last 10 years. We just don't talk about it a great deal. A couple times I have, I'll say 3. It seemed to be pretty good. I won't do it unless I feel it. I have cited cases that we had documented afterwards, what I had said. It was neat, right? So there you go. I'm not just this jackass that puts down mediums. I've been there. So one of the things I want to work on again, this is research-based, finding people in this area to take a case study is how much can one in fortune telling get off somebody else based off a hunch, body language, and or actual sixth sense and perception. And what I'm going to add to that, and you guys are going to love this because I'd never do this, is I actually own tarot cards. Yes, I know how to read tarot cards. I've had this deck for 30 years. Yeah, I've had this deck for 30 years. I read the tarot cards. I did a long time ago. So I'm going to actually do a project of my own skepticism based on my own skeptical results. It's not just going to be me. I'm going to have somebody else do it along with me, right? So that we have two testing drivers, so to speak, 2 or 3, and then say 5 to 10 testing subjects. And we're going to give it like a 90-day and then 6-month and then a 1-year parameter of what actually happened. But what did we get? And this is going to be in the fall as well, okay? But what did we get from hunch, physical, and then what did we get off intuition? Is there any validity to that at all? And then I want to follow up with those people. So I'm going to have to find 10 people that are going to be willing to do that. So I'm not, and this has got everything to do with taking a pseudoscientific spin on a spiritual science. Is it possibly putting a bit of interest in things? Absolutely. Am I going to charge any money for this? Hell no. Look, am I mad if somebody goes to somebody read tarot cards for $75? No, because you knew ahead of time that it was that. And see, now if they're really smart and they read tarot cards, they're putting for entertainment purposes only on there, because I think actually even in our law books it's still legal. But you can't charge for something that you can't actually, yeah, I guess you could look at it like advice, but you're not a doctor. So I'm not going to charge money for it. Maybe I should. Maybe I should go to one of those psychic fairs and read. Damn it, man. So I'm going to do the Celtic Cross normally. Hey, Shan. So yeah, I'm going to do some tarot card readings. So again, in the fall, I'm going to do my ESP project, my Urban Legends project, my analog project, and my pseudoscience, pseudo-spirituality. I'm going to have another name for it, along with investigations. Right now, the summer, however, I think most of us are kind of taking some time off. I mean, look, Shan just joined. Shan had full cardiac arrest and a heart attack a while back, and that scared the snot out of me. I was involved with that. And you know what? She's doing what I'm doing right now, and that's the weekends. Guess what we're doing? We're at the trailer. So unless it's a really needed investigation, we're not here. Okay? And I'm taking it easy right now because when I got sick, my work, where I manage, kind of slipped a little bit. And I have to put my mind and my body and my soul into work because that's my lifestyle, right? And my martial arts, well, you know what? I've only got 2 students right now, and one, his wife isn't well, and one, he works in the pool industry, so I can give that to the fall. So the fall is a rebirth time for Dave Gibb. Right now, we're taking it easy. But I wanted to talk to everybody out there about how I felt about these things, and I want you to know that I'm not anti-media. I'm not. I'm just very skeptical of it. I am anti-charging money. I'm anti-bull. I'm I got to be honest with you. I'm all about the integrity. I'm anti-agenda. I'm right-wing. I'm not a liberal. I don't know what else do you want to know about me. Please ask, guys. I think I was, in the last 15 podcasts, maybe far too cynical and negative. Could be a lot to do with the fact that I wasn't feeling well. I don't know. But some things are turning around for me, so I'm going to try and be a hell of a lot more positive. Got to stay positive. Got to stay positive. But I am definitely positive about what it is that we do, and I won't team up with people that are doing wrong, in my opinion. Okay, so don't be offended, guys. I'm not saying you have to do what you have to do. I'm just saying that my participation in what you do might be a little different. I know I dismantled a paranormal peer review group on Facebook that I had, unfortunately, because nobody really wanted to get peer review. Everybody wanted to show what they had sometimes, but it wasn't a matter of saying, "What do you think?" And so I dismantled it. You find paranormal unity is all, that's the next gig that I'm afraid, guys, um, I don't buy into a great deal. Paranormal friendship, I'm all for, but the paranormal unity means more to me. Um, and those are the teams that I hand off to. We share, we confer back and forth, we bounce opinions off each other. There's unity and honesty. You know what? I love the guys from COPS, and they've sent me some EVPs that I think are complete crap. And I told them. And likewise, the other way around. And you know what? Honestly, I remember having work I had sent to Kevin from Capture, and he dismantled it, and he was right. So it's okay. It's peer review is all about getting an answer. Jeff, you're welcome to come by for a reading. Make that the fall, because I'm probably not around to the fall, and give me a heads up if you're coming. Your outlaws in Oshawa. What end are they in? I'm at the Rosslyn and Wilson area. Well, I'm glad you feel that way, Tyler. I'm hoping that things roll with you guys decently. I'm not 100% on what's going on. You guys made some changes, and I'm hoping you guys are. If you guys are opening up chapters, I hope you guys are vetting those guys, training them, and working with them, and all kinds of stuff. I saw another team do that, and it was a nightmare. And I hope that Tim's a good guy. Tim's a really good guy. He's very nice, and I think I hope that he doesn't get overrun. I was very, very nice years ago, and I suffered for it. I had a team that a lot of people decided to shove me around, and then it went nasty. So that changed. So Ron, you were going to ask something. Oh, Connect Wise, but I really liked Tim. I enjoyed meeting Tim. He's a really funny guy, and I think Tim's a very honest guy. You know what I mean? And I wish the best for your team there. I want to see how that goes for you guys, because you guys are on it. Okay, we did this to a CHAPS, and just keep your eyes on this, Tyler, because you guys are on a really big growth curve right now. You're on a big swing, and that can go to shit really quickly. So the only advice I would give you is that it's like you watch even the guys on the TV shows. I've watched where teams on TV were really tight, and then they fell to pieces. Right? So, the higher you go, the much further you're going to fall. Right? So just be careful. What is it you want to ask about the Connect there, Ron? The podcast will be over by the time your Wi-Fi lets you ask the question. Really? Isn't that crazy, Jeff? I live Wilson Road, north of Roslyn. So your outlaws are probably my neighbors. I'm right at Wilson and Roslyn. Actually, I'm just north of it. So, well, I guess that's probably all I wanted to shabizzle about tonight. There wasn't really a set agenda. I just felt like talking. I hadn't done it in a little bit of time, and I wanted to share it. I've been having a really great weekend, so I thought I wanted to come back and just expel all the good vibes from people. So the next one, I don't know when, but we're going to have a topic. It might not be as long as this one, and I might do a little bit of the other stuff, maybe Facebook Live. I don't know if I'm going to do it this way. I don't know, Facebook Live sometimes gives me some more viewers right at the time. Seems to be the same people that do this all the time. So when I do the analog project, we'll have to figure something out. I only have one piece of Connect, and I thought Maybe do something. Well, I'd like to see it. Yeah, so do I, Jeff. That's where I live. Well, now mind you, there's some townhome condos on either side. If she lives in Cassingers, then that's where I live. So I won't expose my unit number on here, but I live at 520, which is actually Rosalind East. So she might be on one of the others. But yeah, so honestly, we're 500 feet from each other then. So yeah, you definitely have to stop in here and see me. So I'll give a minute here. I'll you have that's right. You're still up. Wow, you're still up there. That's so awesome. I gotta go to work tomorrow. My guy's on vacation, so I gotta go in. And yeah, so I'm gonna head back up to the trailer next weekend. I hope. It's supposed to rain though. I'm gonna bring my one daughter and her daughter, and hopefully it's not raining because it's Ribfest at the trailer. Yay! All right, guys. Have an excellent night. Peace be with you all.